Hello, how are you doing? Today I have one of my personal favorite books of all time on finance and a book that has significant change on me, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. At the beginning of this book, the author Harv Eker says, "This is going to be one of the best books you've ever read." Bold statement to begin. Most people say nothing is flawless. There got to be some mistakes here and there. Excuse me, I've done my best. But this book is bold, and that statement was well deserved. It's really, really impactful, and I recommend this book and also the seminar that he made, Millionaire Mind Intensive, which both are on YouTube for free. It's crazy. So let me tell you about this book. First concept that he says, something known as the money blueprint. Why are most people are in their financial situation that they are in? It's because, he says, because they were programmed psychologically on this. For example, you want to buy something and you tell your dad or your mom, "I want to have this." So they say, "Well, we cannot afford it. Well, we got to live below our means," and so on and so forth. So you get these messages, and this becomes your blueprint. This becomes your circumstances. And he said there are 3 resources to program your mind. The first is verbal programming. What people say to you, like, "We cannot afford it, we cannot have it this time, we gotta live, you just gotta study hard and get a job." These are the things that you hear your family mostly say, and this programs your mind. The second thing is modeling. You also model people and you see what they do, so that you get social proof. You want people to accept you, so you become like them. And the last are specific incidents. When you wanted to buy something and you couldn't, so you always have negative associations with money, and this becomes your money blueprint. We mentioned before something or someone like Donald Trump, when he lost his money and went bankrupt, he regained all that back, and he became a billionaire once more, because that's his blueprint. His father was a billionaire, he was a billionaire, so he has this blueprint of always becoming a billionaire. Well, the problem with most people, that they are surrounded with messages that limit their potential to becoming millionaires. So there are, many ways that you have to understand to change your perspective. First one is awareness. You have to understand that this can change. This is not your ultimate shape or form or financial state. You can change that. Second stage is understanding. You have to understand how to change this mentality, how to reprogram your mind. The third is disassociation. You need to break from these old beliefs. You need to tell yourself that you can do it, that you must do it, that you will do it, and that you are doing it. And the last is declaration. Again, we mentioned before this triangle, that ideas become habits, and habits form your personality, and your personality is your life, is your fate. So the more you declare to yourself, the more you say these statements. He has many declarations and statements in the book that help you change and reprogram your mind, and that they are really, really useful. He believes that when you say that to yourself, you become what you say to yourself, which is something really powerful. So he has 17 principles on the book. Let's just go over them real quick. The first: rich people believe I create my life. Poor people believe life happens to me. This is very, very important. You form your life. Your decisions form your life. Poor people, or the people who just don't do anything, believe that it just kind of sort of happens. It's because of the economy, it's because of the area that I live in, it's because of my family, it's because of something. They are not responsible. And when you believe that you are not responsible, you don't do anything. Rich people believe that they create their own life. They have the decision, they have the power, which is really good, because you cannot control the economy or the country or what's around you. So you have to just declare and say to yourself, I create my life. So number 2, rich people play the money game to win, and poor people play the money game not to lose. You see this first in the workplace. You see a lot of people work hard enough not to get fired. They don't have passion. They don't wake up excited to go to the jobs. They don't do their best or half even their effort. They just work enough not to get fired. And so they whenever they see an opportunity, like, nah, it's not this time. But rich people find this game of money challenging and they take risks. They just do whatever they take to win. They not just play not to lose, so they take any opportunity. Number 3, rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people want to be rich. Now, there's a big difference between dreaming and dedication. You just dream about something. You can, say, oh, I wish that I have this. Yeah, I watch YouTube videos, as many videos as you can. But until you are committed to doing something every day, you compound doing something every day. You read a book, you try to invest every day, try to go out in seminars, you have a mentor, you do something every day, everything until you do it. There's just no way. There is commitment, and that's the only way to succeed at anything, by the way. It's just to be committed at it, not trying. Just total commitment. Number 4, rich people think big. Poor people think small. Again, one of the beautiful quotes that I've heard from Dan Pena, author of Your First 100 Million, which we might get into, he said, one of my biggest regrets, or the only regret that I had, is that I did not dream big. And this is a guy that probably has $50 billion. He did not dream big because it's a dream. There are no limits on your dream. Why not dreaming big? Do you ever wake up from a dream and like, oh, this is not going to happen? It's a dream. It's just a dream. So you got to dream big. You got to dream of becoming a millionaire or multimillionaire. Dream everything and live even in your dream and make your reality try to catch up. It's a very, very important concept. Number 5, rich people focus on opportunities and poor people focus on obstacles. There's a story that a shoe company owner, sent to people into an island that, to just make surveys and see if people need shoes and so on. So they found that no one in this island wearing shoes. So the other guy, one of these guys, he came back home and says, just send me home. People here don't have any shoes. They don't need this. There's no opportunity here. The other guy said, send me as many shoes as you can because these people do not have shoes. Let's create a market. So rich people see opportunities. See, when markets are going down, there are people who are still making profit. These are the rich people that used opportunities successfully. All right? Very important. Number 6, rich people admire other rich and successful people. Poor people resent rich and successful people. You cannot become what you hate. If you say, oh, rich people are greedy, look at this guy with his car, he's just filthy rich, he does not deserve it, his mom bought it for him or whatever, you cannot become something that you hate. If you have negative associations with rich people, you say, oh, they are just bad, they just steal, whatever, you cannot become something you hate. Again, if you have negative associations with rich people, you can never become one of them. And money is not negative. Money, some people say money does not buy happiness. They are not related. They are just not related. Money can represent security, can provide you with, safety, gives you time with family, just represents some things that might bring you happiness. So it just enhances whatever you are, whatever you have. It's very, very important. Number 8, rich people are willing to promote themselves and their value. Poor people think negatively about selling and promotion. Very, very important. If you have value, if you want to get a promotion, if you want to start a business, you have to sell. The most important skill that you need is selling. Because if nobody knows who you are not getting anywhere. Even at your job, if you're not selling yourself, if you're not promoting yourself, you're not getting a promotion, you're not getting ahead of your life. Some people just think they do not deserve to have this opportunity, which is another beautiful quote from Dan Pena. He said, one of the most important reasons for why people fail in life is that because they don't love themselves enough. They don't think that they deserve to be successful. And they have something that shocked me, to hear about for the first time. It's the fear of success. I've always felt like there's fear of failure, but turns out there's also fear of success with the pressure that success presents and that you don't deserve it and so on. So you gotta love yourself enough and believe that you deserve to be successful. All right? Number 9, rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. There is a book called The Snowball Effect by Warren Buffett. It says, you are pushing a snowball on a mountain. This is your dream. This is your goal. You try every day and you try and you try and you try and you try. The ball gets bigger, the burden gets heavier, but then when you come to the end of the mountain and you push it, it falls really, really quickly. This is a big problem, but when it falls quickly. Poor people just are afraid of these problems, are afraid of the pressure. They cannot handle it, so they do not continue, and that ball, that dream crushes them. They are not willing to make enough sacrifices. Listen to this. If you don't sacrifice for your dream becomes your sacrifice, right? Very important. Number 10, rich people are excellent receivers. Poor people are poor receivers. You see a lot of people nowadays, you just give a compliment to, like, say, you're very nice, by the way, you're handsome. Like, oh, no, I'm not. And, they are just not even in a position of receiving a compliment. So how not about receiving money or receiving positions or receiving praise or whatever? You have to understand that you deserve this, which is also a reflection of the other point. You have to be an excellent receiver to get more. If you don't know how to get something, you will not get more of it. Very important. Number 11, rich people choose to get paid based upon results. Poor people choose to get paid based on time. Now, if you have a project, right, and you get paid per hour, what about making that project per results? What if I achieve this number? What if I get this result and I get a percentage of the sales or whatever based on the result? Because if you get paid on the hour, if your hour is excellent, if you performed exquisitely, you get the same amount of money. Well, what if you get a portion of that performance? You'll always improve your performance and you get better results. So get paid based upon results, not just time. Okay, number 12. Rich people think both. Poor people think either or. Do you want to be happy or you want to be rich? Some people say, well, I think I just want to be happy. Well, why not both? Do you want to travel the world or be with your family? Well, why not both? Why not doing everything you can? Find a way, not just seeing either this or that. Very good. Number 13, rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income. Very important. Just looking at your salary, looking at your income is not going to increase your wealth. Thinking about your net worth. What are your net worth? Your house, your assets, everything you have, this is your net worth. So you got to look into that, and you got to look into ways into keeping it and multiplying it. Another very, very important concept also. Number 14, rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money. Again and again and again. Something you cannot manage, you cannot have more of it. Every expert on finance is talking about this. You got to manage your finance. You have to manage your finance. Number 15, rich people have their money work hard for them. Poor people work hard for their money. Again, concept from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, we talked about on using your money to invest, which is the last thing that I'm going to finish with on how to divide your money and to use the formula that he mentioned in the book. Number 16, rich people act in spite of fear. Poor people let fear stop them. Some people say fear, the word fear, is an acronym for false expectations appearing real. Fear is something that you have in your mind. Mark Twain says a very lovely quote. He said, I have many, many problems. Most of them did not happen. Actually, if you think about it, most of the bad things that you just fill your mind with are things actually just in your mind. When you're just walking in the street, you feel like, oh man, what if this thing just fell on me? What if, I fail, or I did not get, just having problems in your mind, and your subconscious mind believes that. So don't believe what your mind tells you. Make your mind believe that your dreams are coming true, right? The last concept, number 17, that rich people constantly learn and grow, and poor people think they already know. If you think you know, you don't know. Very important quote. If you think you just got it, you didn't get it. The smartest people in the world are the ones who are constantly learning, constantly developing themselves and their skills. And you will never, ever just have enough knowledge. Even Warren Buffett, the guy who's like maybe 80 years old and still reading 5 hours each day. And I know someone else who's been teaching for 40 years, and he studies every day for 15 hours. Like this is real passion, right? Now, the last thing that he mentioned on how to reach that status is by dividing your money, budgeting it in a way that allows you to get more of. He said, you have all your money, you take 100% of your money and you divide it. 60% is what you are going to use in your necessities, paying the bills, the food, the water, the electricity, whatever. And 10% are going to go for charity. This is very important because, whatever you do, it will come back to you. And, this is something that I truly believe in. The more that you give, Allah is always going to reward you. The next 10% goes for FF account, financial freedom account. This is really, really important. This is the one that you keep and you try to invest. You try to do a side project, you try to do stocks and bonds, try to do an online business, whatever. You try to put this money. This is the money that produces more money. So it's very, very important. The third 10% goes for saving emergencies. You have to keep this account every month until you have at least 6 to 12 months of your necessities. If you spend, for example, 5,000 a month, you have to keep this emergency account from the 10% that you save each month until you have at least 6 to 12 months in it. And the last account is the learning account. You have to keep 10% on learning and improving yourself, because this is investing in yourself, which is the most important. You can change these percentages according to your need. Some people say, well, I don't need this investing in myself. Or there's also another play account, which you can just save 10% or 5% and get the end of each month and spend it all, because this process is not easy, so you need to have a little bit of fun. So play account is also another option. Or some people say, you know what, I'm gonna just save 40% all for financial freedom. I'm gonna invest all that money on a project or investment. Some people say, I cannot live on 60%. This is difficult. So you gotta just save in more or increase your income. You got to find a way. When you have a will, you will find a way. This is the secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I hope that you enjoy this book. I really, really recommend it. Thank you very much, and see you next time.